What's up guys, Chuggers Boom back inside the house here with more FNAF Hunger Games. So let's get right into it. The Bloodbath. As the tributes stand on the podiums, the horn sounds. Dylan takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Cassidy runs away from the cornucopia. Jessica and Gabriel fight for a bag. Gabriel gives up and retreats. Chica, Bonnie, and Sarah run away from the cornucopia. Millie finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Jeremy grabs a jar of fishing bait while Golden Freddy gets fishing gear. Elizabeth sets Cassie on fire with a Molotov. Freddy snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Michael runs away from the cornucopia. Mrs. Afton runs into the cornucopia and hides. Oswald runs away from the cornucopia. Susie, Andrew, and Fritz work together to get as many supplies as possible. Foxy runs away from the cornucopia. Evan takes a handful of throwing knives. William runs away from the cornucopia. Gregory grabs a backpack and retreats. Charlie accidentally steps on a landmine. Day 1. Michael and Dylan work together for the day. Chica hunt for other tributes. Jessica receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Mrs. Afton is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Freddy discovers a cave. Golden Freddy thinks about home. Foxy collects fruit from a tree. Jeremy chases Elizabeth. Gabriel practices his archery. Susie scares Bonnie off. Fritz camouflages himself in the bushes. Oswald defeats Evan in a fight but spares his life. Cassidy scares Millie off. William overhears Andrew and Gregory talking in the distance. Sarah accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Fallen tributes. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Cassie from District 12, Charlie from District 9, and Sarah from District 10. Night 1. Fritz climbs a tree to rest. Gabriel is awoken by nightmares. Millie, Susie, Gregory, and Cassidy tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. William attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Elizabeth sets up camp for the night. Golden Freddy and Mrs. Afton tell stories about themselves to each other. Chica, Bonnie, and Dylan start fighting, but Bonnie runs away as Chica kills Dylan. Michael fends Oswald, Freddy, and Jeremy away from his fire. Andrew starts a fire. Evan convinces Foxy to snuggle with him. Jessica is awoken by nightmares. Day 2. Cassidy questions her sanity. Mrs. Afton picks flowers. Michael, Gregory, Millie, William, and Fritz hunt for other tributes. Golden Freddy defeats Oswald in a fight but spares his life. Elizabeth begs for Freddy to kill her. He refuses, keeping Elizabeth alive. Chica and Evan split up to search for resources. Andrew constructs a shack. Gabriel explores the arena. Susie kills Bonnie with a hatchet. Foxy receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Jeremy travels to higher ground. Jessica searches for firewood. Fallen tributes. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Dylan from District 11 and Bonnie from District 1. No district is out yet. Night 2. Fritz dies from thirst. Oswald passes out from exhaustion. Freddy fends Foxy, Millie, and Michael away from his fire. Mrs. Afton is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Jeremy says a fire but stays hidden. Elizabeth stabs Chica in the back with a trident. Golden Freddy tends to Susie's wounds. Gabriel cries himself to sleep. Andrew tries to sing himself to sleep. Jessica silently snaps Evan's neck. Gregory questions his sanity. William taints Cassidy's food, killing her. And that is very in character with him. Day 3. Jessica attacks Susie, but he manages to escape. Golden Freddy fishes. Millie begs for Foxy to kill her. He refuses, keeping Millie alive. Jeremy makes a wooden spear. Andrew steals from William while he isn't looking. Michael, Gregory, Mrs. Afton, Gabriel, and Elizabeth hunt for other tributes. Freddy steals from Oswald while he isn't looking. Following tributes, 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Fritz from District 4, Jacob from District 2, Evan from District 8, and Cassidy from District 3. Still no districts out. Night 3. Jeremy, Andrew, and William cheerfully sing songs together. Millie thinks about home. Elizabeth sees a fire but stays hidden. Gabriel and Oswald hold hands. Michael receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Jessica is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Susie kills Freddy with a sickle. Foxy thinks about home. Gregory sees a fire but stays hidden. Golden Freddy defeats Mrs. Afton in a fight but spares her life. Day 4. Elizabeth and her mother hunt for other tributes. Jeremy discovers a river. Oswald questions his sanity. Michael makes a slingshot. Susie, William, Andrew, and Millie raid Foxy's camp while he is hunting. Gregory and Golden Freddy work together for the day. Gabriel receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Jessica thinks about home. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Freddy from District 1. One district is out, finally. Night 4. William convinces Elizabeth to snuggle with him. Mrs. Afton forces Millie to kill Foxy or Jessica. She refuses to kill, so Mrs. Afton kills her instead. Michael pushes Golden Freddy off a cliff during a knife fight. Jeremy and Susie run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Oswald cries himself to sleep. Andrew receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Gabriel and Gregory hold hands. Day 5. Gregory practices his archery. Michael, Jessica, and Jeremy hunt for other tributes. Oswald stalks Susie. Mrs. Afton stalks her daughter. Gabriel searches for a water source. Andrew questions his sanity. William receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Foxy discovers a river. Following tributes, 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Millie from District 11 and Golden Freddy from District 3. 1, 2, and 3 are out. Night 5. William looks at the night sky. Andrew defeats Susie in a fight but spares her life. Gabriel and Jeremy huddle for warmth. Foxy and Mrs. Afton sleep in shifts. Michael sets up camp for the night. Elizabeth looks at the night sky. Jessica goes to sleep. Oswald sees a fire but stays hidden. Gregory quietly hums. Day 6. Oswald receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Gregory makes a wooden spear. Mrs. Afton kills Gabriel for his supplies. Susie receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor, along with William. Elizabeth is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Jessica tries to sleep through the entire day. Jeremy picks flowers. Michael is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Andrew camouflages himself in the bushes. Foxy discovers a cave. Following tribute, 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Gabriel from District 5. Still the same amount. Night 6. Jessica quietly hums. Elizabeth accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Andrew ambushes Susie and kills her. Gregory tries to treat his infection. Michael begs for Oswald to kill him. He refuses, keeping Michael alive. Foxy, William, and Mrs. Afton hunt, cheerfully singing songs together. Jeremy sets up camp for the night. The feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. Mrs. Afton and Foxy decide not to go to the feast. Gregory and William get into a fight over raw meat, but William gives up and retreats. Oswald stabs Michael in the back with a trident. Jeremy decides not to go to the feast. Andrew and Jessica get into a fight over raw meat, but Andrew gives up and runs away. Day 7. Foxy receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. William and Oswald hunt for other tributes. Andrew stalks Jessica. Gregory, Jeremy, and Mrs. Afton hunt for other tributes. From the tributes, 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Elizabeth from District 6, Susie from District 4, and Michael also from District 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 districts are out. Night 7. Gregory kills Mrs. Afton with a sickle. William is awoken by nightmares. Jeremy cries himself to sleep. Oswald and Andrew tell stories about themselves to each other. Foxy and Jessica huddle for warmth. Day 8. Oswald tries to spear fish with a trident. Andrew scares Jessica off. William scares Gregory off. Foxy thinks about home. Jeremy questions his sanity. Falling tribute, 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Mrs. Afton from District 7. Night 8. Gregory cries himself to sleep. William receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Oswald defeats Andrew in a fight but spares his life. Jeremy lets Jessica into his shelter. Foxy starts a fire. Day 9. Jessica researches for a water source. Gregory picks flowers. Foxy falls into a frozen lake and drowns. William thinks about home. Jeremy sets an explosive off, killing Andrew. Oswald receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. From the tributes, 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Foxy from District 2 and Andrew from District 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 districts are out. Night 9. Jeremy kills Jessica while she tries to run. William convinces Oswald to snuggle with him. Gregory screams for help. Day 10. Jeremy goes hunting. Oswald, Gregory, and William get into a fight. William triumphantly kills them both. Following tributes, 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Jessica from District 9, Oswald from District 10, and Gregory from District 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 districts are out. We have 2 left. Who's it gonna be? Night 10. Jeremy kills William with his own weapon. That being a knife, that means the winner is Jeremy from District 5. The tallies. Jeremy first, William second, Gregory third, Oswald fourth, and Jessica in fifth. Wow. Alright. There you go, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Chargers Boom signing off.